Hello and welcome. I am trying to get everything back up and running.
Hello and
Joanne, what's up, buddy? Let me turn the volume off. Captain, what's up, buddy? Alright, guys, give me just a couple of seconds to set up my tags, and I will be right back in there with you. Don't forget to throw that thumbs up for me. Joanne, it has been a while, buddy. How you been? What's new? Alright, tags in. Let's get this description in. And my thumbnail should still be in the same spot. And today's September 1st. We'll save that. Hopefully that doesn't take long. Let's get loaded in. Now I know I haven't played in almost a month. It's been some time, so I'm sure there's lots of stuff that I need to get caught up on. Alright, so that's all saved. Let me jump back in, get everything up and running so I can see you guys chatting with me. Warframe and Apex, nice, man. Captain, there is, here, let's... I hate how they changed this. I wish this was, back to the way it was before, but... So, Captain, it depends on which Warframe you're talking about. As far as new altogether, that would be Hildren here. As far as newest frame added in, that would be Wukong Prime.
Did the operator enjoy this witticism?
Chimi, what's up, buddy? How you been, man? And also, Captain, I actually have basically a full-on immortal build for Hildren here.
If I may say, operator, your chosen Warframe suits you.
She won't die unless something can affect her vitality, so I wouldn't use this against the infested. But otherwise, she just takes the punishment. Arcane Aegis and Barrier will completely recharge her shields, which is where all of her energy is. She doesn't use energy; she depletes her shields. So here, let me give you a quick peek at what the or how the immortal setup runs. We'll jump into this real quick, and this will give me a chance to get comfortable and get used to the controls again. So yeah, she's the first Warframe. She's basically the first female tank. She's also the first Warframe to use something, well, I can't say use something else, but she doesn't use energy. Everything comes off of her shields. So as you can see, shields are at 4,800 right now. That's going to go up. Yeah, that works. So these guys are going to be all at level 140. Oh, hang on. AI's paused. Let's unpause that. Oh, and because they're different types, they're fighting each other. Hang on a second. Let's kill all of them. Let's clear all that out. Let's just get Orokin heavy gunners out. Alright, I wasn't sure if you had seen this, Joanne, or not. So they're gonna keep hitting me. And they can keep going at it, and that's fine. But you're gonna see my shields just recharge at a fast rate, but you're also gonna see them instantly be revived. You see how the shields go right back up. Also, that second ability that I'm popping does it too, but she can just sit here and take the abuse. She'll be indestructible. She'll just keep taking the punishment. So, her second ability is good for two things. It will clear any status put on me, and it recharges my shields immediately. And they can knock me down and do whatever they want to me. Not gonna make a lick of difference. I mean, my shields are already recharged. Recharge again. As long as they trigger barrier, I get my passive ability back, which is going to recharge every time my shields go to full. So, shields get depleted, recharge to full. Shields get completely depleted. I'm invulnerable for 3 seconds. Shields will have a chance to recharge. They trigger barrier. Shields get recharged, and I regain the ability for invulnerability. Now I could trigger my third ability, which will weaken them. Yeah, they have no armor left. At that point, they're already stripped down because I used so much of it. And that's the cycle that just keeps going on. She just takes all that abuse. Fleming! What is up, man? Do I have a build for Chroma Prime? I do. I do. So, I have two builds that I use for Chroma. They're pretty much the same, minus one simple difference. This is what I use for a regular setup. Everything's put into duration and strength. I want to make sure Vex armor stays on for as long as possible. I want to make sure that it is as strong as possible. So when you look at Vex armor, my damage will be an extra 767%, armor an extra 976. I use growing power, I get another 25% on top of that. Neuropics for Chroma Prime. I might happen to have a extra set of neuroptics. I'll have to double check. Terminator, what's up, man? The Snake did a little bit of traveling. Snake got a little R&R in, enjoying a little bit of life and whatnot, so I did take a break. I've been meaning to come back sooner, but I've been kind of enjoying some downtime, but I think it's long overdue for me to jump back in. Now, the difference between this and the Eidolon build is simply just Deadeye. And that's pretty much it. There's no... Oh, well, and the Arcanes, obviously. Arcane... Wait a second. Is this the right one? Yeah, okay. I always get this one and another one confused. But Arcane Momentum just to trigger reload speed because of the Rubico. The ribbon that I use for it reduces reload speed. But all the other stats get such a bump that I just use this Arcane to get it back up and running. Arcane Rage is just more damage based off of a headshot with the Eidolon. Its head target, the hitbox for the head is so big that it's really easy just to trigger that. But just so you can get an idea of how this would work, and let's, yeah, no. I just can't have Chroma using a pink. I just want to make sure I put you on regular. Yeah. So we'll take out the same guys. We'll stop them just so we can get an idea. We'll get our armor up. So what you want to do is trigger growing power by putting a status off of an enemy. Now you trigger Vex armor. We'll let that go up just a little bit more. So now we have an extra 837% damage and 1065 on armor. So I mean, these guys don't stand a chance. All that extra damage that we're causing and whatnot. And you can recast, that's the great thing about Vex armor, you can recast it so you never have to worry about that counter going down on you. I mean, we got Ignis Wraith doing, well, that was 83,000 on orange crit, 73,000 on orange crit. When you get those regular crit, 31,000. So, I mean, you're able to do serious damage with this build. But that's also compounded with how I have my Ignis set up, with how I have my Carrier Prime set up. I always forget how slow Chroma is compared to everyone else because of the replacement of mods I use. Flummy, I've been good, buddy. How do you make Chroma fly? He doesn't fly. That's just me aim gliding. All the Warframes will do that. And all that is when you're in the air, just holding the aim button. I mean, you could technically do that as well, but... Or are you talking about how he is right now? This is Titania's stance. That's how he's just kind of flying in the air. Yeah, all that is Titania, her agile animation set. I mean, you could also there's also this one, but once he moves around, it's a little too feminine because he kind of does a twirl. So I just I leave it on the agile one, and it's good enough. But for chroma, I mean, like, I think it looks great. He's supposed to fly. He's a dragon. Keep him floating in the air. Let's see. I was working on some stuff earlier. Might as well get my girl out. Jump back in our orbiter. Let's start diving into some things. I see there's a new quote-unquote version of Nightwave going on for Emissary. Let's see here. So support, the Harmony Ribbon. Yep, I already had that. Valkyrie and Saren Prime coming out 2 days. So for those of you that don't have Valkyrie or Saren Prime, give that a peek. Somebody asked about, Joanne asked about Neuroptics. Do I happen to have the Neuroptics? I used to know what was in my inventory off the top of my head, but it's been a little while. Nope, doesn't look like I have any piece of chroma just lying around, but looks like I got plenty of prime systems, chassis. I got 27 relics with the Neuroptics in it. Any lift defense on Earth against a Grineer? Oh, it's like the worst defense. I can't stand that one. Oh yeah, boosters. How much time do I have left? 38 and 37 days. Not bad. Hey, what's the sortie? Spy, rescue, and assassination. Against the hyena pack, eh? Alright, let's get this sortie out of the way. Man, I miss having that list. It's so easy to go through. Let's get our speed demon out.
Operator, the system needs you. Will you begin another mission?
Let's get it. The reason why I use this configuration, I use it only with Loki. Amalgam Serration. Extra 25% sprint speed. Because Loki isn't fast enough. And radiation. Alright, we'll keep radiation down to a minimum. Thanks, John. If you have any questions, feel free to ask away. Not all of my Warframes have had the proper amount of time and care put into them for the builds, but the ones that I put builds into and put time and effort into them, more than happy to share them. Warframe, weapons.
Tenno, you are to infiltrate data vaults and retrieve highly sensitive enemy information. You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data.
And what triggered the alarm?
Tenno, be on the lookout for increased security measures. The enemy would rather destroy the data than let it get into our hands.
Crap!
You triggered the alarms.
Hit the wall by accident.
The mission will be a complete failure.
Little out of practice.
You got it. The data is still intact.
Wall of lasers. I'll wait for my invisibility to wear off. Scythus, what's up, man? How you been? Oh, I definitely put time in for Loki.
Target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data. Excellent work.
And we'll wait for
Extraction
invisibility.
with no alarms.
Heads up, everybody.
Heavy activity ahead.
Oh, bad bullet.
You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data.
For those of you just joining in, hello and welcome to the Snake Pit. We are doing the first part of the sortie for the day, using Loki here with a speed build on. Oh, fuck. Crap, I want to turn invisible and there's someone near me. Didn't see me. Captain, appreciate it, buddy. Hopefully we'll hit 300 soon. Rupert, what's up, my man? Yep, Joanne, I'll show you my Loki build right now when we get back to the ship, buddy. Crack open this ginger ale. Alright, so Loki is real simple, man.
Excellent armaments, operator.
Two form a build.
Please return covered in blood. Safe and sound.
This is all I use on them. Everything is speed. Sprint boost, rush, speed drift, armored agility. After that, I use prime vigor, or you can use vigor if you haven't gotten prime yet, just to make him just a little beefier. Primed flow, obviously, for our energy, and then you want duration up as high as possible because you want him to stay invisible as long as possible. So, continuity, narrow-minded, and constitution. Also, if you're invisible, somebody knocks you down, you get a bump of how fast you'll get back up. And then I just tossed in Streamline just so we're using up less energy as we're doing things. But I mean, he's got so much that you really don't run into that problem. And you can recharge your energy with Energizing Dash while you're invisible. Just keep moving, and you're constantly building up energy. No, Joanne, that was because for the sortie, there was radiation in that board, so it made it look like that. Although when you're invisible, the screen does change the way it looks, but it's never to that degree where it's like it looks like you've taken acid.
Are you enjoying the view?
All right, let's see what the next part of the sortie is. Rescue with higher shields. We're gonna stick with Loki. You got Prime Vigor, then you're all set, man. Yeah. I mean, like, let's face it. You're not bringing Loki to an end game kind of mission. Spy missions, rescue missions, somewhere where you want to be quick, in, out, fast, get where you have to get, and just keep moving. This build for Loki is all you need.
There is a prisoner here that is vital to our operations. Search for the holding location. The enemy is on high alert. The moment you enter the holding area, they'll trigger the execution sequence. Rescue the hostage before it finishes.
Another elevator. Get a little more energy.
Hurry up. We're running out of time.
Yep.
Bypass complete. You may proceed. Looks like heavy activity ahead. The captive will be in one of these cells. Search them.
I will not forget this, Tenno.
Subject found. You need to bring the captive to safety. Protect them at all costs.
Now they need to be able to keep up with me.
Got a weapon for me?
No,
Got
I
some
don't.
scores to settle.
But I need you to keep up with me. The great thing about this speed is they'll teleport with you.
Watch yourself. The alarms have attracted a Versa.
Joanne, which mods? I would imagine chances are probably Speed Drift and Constitution. Alright, and the last one's Assassination. Oh, that was a little trippy. Yep, Speed Drift and Constitution. Secondary only.
Rainier galleons kicking up dust all the way from
Hey.
Venus to Pluto.
What do you think you're doing there, buddy? Hmm? And how dare you call me kiddo? Okay, so secondary only. We'll go Mesa. Oh, doesn't matter what my primary is. We're only going to be allowed secondary.
Well put together, operator. Now get out there and
Cut down the...
make the
Definitely going to
Lotus
use
proud.
Rage Draw. Exactly, Phony. Nightmare will get you Constitution. You have to find the speed test on Lua in one of the Halls of Ascension
The assassination target is nearby.
to get speed drift.
Recent innovations in Corpus Robotics
Shatter
led to a
shield
surge in
on.
production. Their newest animal-like proxy is an unrelenting hunter. Codenamed Hyena, this robot is designed to work in packs. Use caution. The Hyena pack will work together to try and take you down. Our operatives have identified at least 4 different variations of the Hyena model, each with a different specialization and arsenal of attacks. Looks like activity ahead.
Time to shut you up for good.
Knew that was going to happen the second I hit that shield. Damn nullifier. Hang on. This is a bad location. Want that energy.
The assassination target is here. Wipe them out.
And that's why we take Mesa. If it wasn't for that damn nullifier taking off my shatter shield, that would have been flawless.
They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get
And we got a sculpture out of it. Everybody should have a Mesa. You got to cover the basics. You got to have a tank. You got to have someone that can really dish out the damage. You got to have somebody with a high DPS to continuously put out the damage. You got to have yourself a solid healer, solid support.
Inbox messages await the operator.
Let me guess. Yep.
Wonder what they've said.
My actions have consequences. You've been trying to kill me for years there, Stalker. I haven't done jack shit. Alright, let's, Yep. Lots of sculptures. Oh, got one from a previous story as well. I dare say I probably have other ones that need... a little bit, yep. I got 2 of you. Deathcore, welcome. Mesa was your first prime? Nice. She's a solid frame to have for sure. If you like, I got no problem sharing my build for both her and her regulators. I do have 2 builds that I use for Mesa, one for regular missions and then one for free roaming, just because Mesa is surprisingly one hell of a juggernaut in free roam. I'm pretty sure that's everything's now got some stones in it, some stars. Yep. Alright. So for those of you that are curious, so I call this one Rage Draw just because I'm using Blind Rage in it, and all that's doing is just bumping up my strength, which will make my pistols stronger. Granted, I'm going to burn through energy a little bit faster, but honestly, who really cares? The arcanes that I have, I definitely need to get full ranked versions of them, but just so you guys can see, velocity on any critical hit, extra 20% rate of fire for the pistols, so obviously getting a rank 3 for Mesa would be great just because of her DPS and critical chance to begin with her regulators. I mean, I'll constantly be at a 80% fire rate for her. On top of that, I actually use Arcane Precision just because I get enough headshots when I'm just using pistols or when I'm using an Ignis Wraith with her that I can switch to her regulators and it'll get the bump in damage. So it synergizes pretty well. Oh, and aside from that, all I'm doing is taking off Pistol Amp, throwing on Deadeye, and then rocking Arcane Momentum just to get my Rubico fighting or firing at a faster rate. And the reason for that being my arcane for it lowers the reload speed at a decent percentage. So throwing those arcanes on just it, it just counteracts it and then some. And then past that, her regulators. This is the exact same build for each 3, with the exception of the 60/60 mods being swapped out. Hornet Strike, Lethal Turret, Multi-Shot, Fire Rate, Barrel Diffusion, more Multi-Shot, Gunslinger, increased fire rate, and then Prime Target Cracker and Pistol Gambit for crit chance and damage. So, I mean, critical chance is already at 71%. At the rate that she can fire, you know, 71% is a good amount, but at the rate she fires, damn near everything's going to be critical chance. And with the amount of multi-shot that she's getting, I mean, you got 180% multi-shot. So every bullet's definitely going to have a second one. 80% chance for a third bullet for everyone that fires out. I mean, you're just vomiting bullets in every direction. No difference with gas, other than I'm just swapping out, again, 60/60 mod. So Pistol Pestilence is always in there. Then it's just switching between Scorch, Jolt, and Frostbite. Corrosive seems to work the best, though, because everyone's going to have some type of an armored enemy. The only time I use gas is if I'm going against the Corpus, and it's a sortie where they get buffed up shields. Otherwise, viral strictly for the Infested, but because they have armored enemies as well, I still leave Corrosive on. You're doing so much DPS that it honestly doesn't even matter. Corrosive is just a safe bet straight across the board. Yep, and yeah. Alright, so let's change it up a little bit. If anybody's watching right now and you're curious about anything going on or have any questions, don't be shy, feel free to ask. Let's see, what do I have going on over here? Oh, assassination key, that's always nice to keep going. Might as well get energy pads moving. Duke sitting in the middle of the floor, just... Yep. There you go. Scratch behind your ear. Alright, so I haven't done jack shit for any of this.
Nora's got the goods for one lucky
Your
drink.
fire damage, your what, secondary?
Coming up next.
straight elimination. Get the rest of the fire. We'll do the rest of the secondary probably in the same mission. We'll dive through and see what the rest are. I could have sworn one was electricity, so we'll bring Vault out for that. Fleming, I know you'll be excited for it.
You aren't the first ones here. I'm detecting enemy signatures, and they're all under the control of the tower. Eliminate that.
Take the energy off that death orb.
Many things have been taken from us. It's true. But fortune favors the bold, and there ain't none so bold as people with nothing to lose.
The Grenier should have known better than to walk into an Oregon tower unprepared. Let's clean up their mess.
Nope, a little more energy. Now, why wouldn't I have to go back up? What, there's no enemies down here? Magus elevate. Okay, Fleming, appreciate it, buddy. I'm shooting and reloading like I'm playing freaking Wildlands right now. You little bastard. Look at you hopping around. Mirage Prime, yeah. Gotcha. Oh, dude, the Oxamati are ridiculous, especially with the setup I have on them. Come on, give me another one. This should be the last one.
You have broken their ranks and they are on the run. Another successful mission. Find extraction.
Nope, there wasn't enough in there to get the secondary in. Code name, what's up, buddy? Yeah, man, when you have a solid clan, that's always a plus. I got a pretty solid clan myself. We all definitely try to help each other out and whatnot. For the most part, just because I'm one of the more senior people in my clan at this point, I do my best to help out all the new guys. For those of you guys that have been watching my channel long enough, you guys know how I am about helping new players and whatnot.
Now you
So,
might be wondering if I'm holding back on y'all.
apparently I killed somebody with electricity at some point. Let me see. Sortie, I imagine? Yep. So he... Oh, I did get secondary. Alright.
Ta-ta, lovelies.
Let's go, Volt. Or even better yet. Let's double down on some shit, shall we? Let's go Volt Prime with an Amprex. Equinox Prime, then Chroma, yeah. It's only defense. I dare say... Isn't there a Corpus Survival somewhere? Yeah. Alright, Joanne. We'll catch you later, buddy. Good seeing you. Happy to hear everything's going well. Keep up with that studies, buddy. We'll see you again soon. You know it, Fleming.
A lone Tenno operative raiding this ship for supplies. You are here to distract the enemy. The alarm. They've turned off critical life support systems. I suspected they might try this. Stand by for support. I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time. Fallen enemies will drop crucial life support. Be out.
Oh, that's right. You got slash and shit on you. It makes no difference.
Tenno, prepare for life support.
You're closed.
Another life support capsule.
I got the Amprex on right now. But with the build that I have on it, I might not use it just because I want to be able to get electricity to be the damage that I'm doing.
Life support in
Oh, what is better? For me, I use the Ignis far more than any other weapon in this game. It's such a great all-around weapon for almost any situation. Great DPS to it. You start off with an element. The ribbon that I have gives it natural corrosive. So to me, it's just
additional life
perfect.
support has arrived.
Now, the one thing I'm noticing is that I'm not getting any Nightwave credit for electrical kills. Oh, nope, there we go. Maybe I'm not paying attention to it as much because I'm also keeping up with the chat a little bit and talking. But now here's the thing. The Amprex has some great abilities itself. So, I mean, to me, it's... I can respect someone that uses either. I mean, the Amprex, I mean, it automatically... Once you hit one enemy, all the other shots are going to be headshots. You're chaining damage. It has great crit to it.
Ready for a capsule.
I mean, you really can't go wrong with either. But for me, using the Ignis is just a more comfortable feel. Almost there. Come on. I'm only doing this for the stipulation that I have to kill a certain number of enemies with electric. What about yourself, Deathcore? What do you normally use?
Needed. Extraction is ready. Our operative is making progress. This will help our cause.
And come to think of it, Deathcore, I don't remember if you were already one of my subscribers or not. If you weren't, welcome to the Snake Pit. Hope you decide to hit that subscribe button. I am going to be coming up with a new weekly schedule as far as when my live streams are. I am going to start doing more instructional videos, how-to videos for weapons with Warframes and whatnot. Something that I actually have a lot already made that I just need to dive into and tweak. Ignis for you as well? Yeah, you just really can't compare. I mean, with the way that I have mine set up, I mean, again, for me, my Riven really just makes this for me because it's damage. I'm getting electric and toxin, so I'm having corrosive already put together. I lose a little bit in the magazine capacity, so instead of 200 rounds on the Wraith, I have 158. But then I also have Carrier Prime. But past that, obviously, you know, Serration, split chamber for multi-shot. I use Hammer Shot for higher status and crit damage. Vile Acceleration, losing a little bit of damage, but for the fire rate that we're getting, it more than makes up for it because of the overall DPS that you're getting. More crit damage with Vital Sense, Point Strike for crit chance. So crit chance is at 42%, but with the amount of DPS that it has, more often than not, everything's really coming up critical when you really look at it. And then on top of that, bladed rounds. Every time I kill an enemy, another 120% crit damage while I'm aiming. All that plus, if you keep a weapon, regardless if they use it or not, it's just vigilante mods. So I'm getting an extra 20% to enchant all critical hits from primary weapons. You were before 200 subs? Deathcourt, had a feeling you were, because the name looks familiar, but man, I haven't been on in about a month. So trying to remember everybody right now, it's going to take a while before it all refreshes in my head. It's been a very fun and laid-back month for me. But yeah, man, Ignis Wraith for sure is my go-to. So much that if you ever stop and look at my profile, I'm not sure if you're on PlayStation or not, but yeah, I use the Ignis Wraith as far as primary goes 61% of the time. Now, you would think I would have more kills with it, but you know, you figure 400,000, still a good number. My slaughterhouse is still going to be Ember Prime, just because she just wants to kill everything. Oh, my Oxamati have finally taken over the whatchamacallit there, Oxtaletto Prime. About time. And the other thing I'm curious about... Alright, I did do Wukong Prime. I wasn't sure if I did or didn't, if I maxed them out. So 65 out of 65 for the frames. Alright. What else can we knock out off of this list?
Nora's got the goods for one lucky dreamer.
Help Clem with a weekly mission? Alright, that's easy enough. 3 capture missions. Alright, let's
Time for Nora to say goodnight.
let's do the capture mission. And the primary weapon that I find to be the best for these capture missions, man, the Boar Prime. The amount of DPS but damage this thing has, ridiculous. Is it Yuko? Yep. Alright, we'll get 3 captures out of the way real quick. We're
When somebody
gonna
vital
hit
in the
those.
operations is here, find them and capture them.
We will bring honor to the Tenno.
You found the target. Capture them quickly before they escape.
Stupid heavy gunner. Oh, what the hell? And they're automatically making me recapture?
Our target is in the vicinity.
Jeez.
Find them. Mission complete. The captive has been escorted to the extraction point. Well done.
What are the chances of the heavy gunner being right there? Oh, mistimed that roll. Minute 21. Meh. I'm always caught between I want to use Loki for this, but it's like a 50-50. If I use Loki, they end up turning it into an extermination and it takes forever. I bring Ember, who's not as fast, and I should just hit square. Just because if it turns into an extermination, World on Fire will just burn through everybody, but then you're doing it a little bit slower. It's hit or miss. Fleming, what's my record for this? Was it 48 seconds to complete this mission? Was the fastest I did? I feel like 48's the number. It was a short tile. I had Loki. I basically one-shotted the guy with a Rubico, I think.
We're here to find our target and to the extraction point. Happy hunting.
Transference signal strong. We're ready for battle.
Target located. Bring them in.
It was definitely in the 40s, because I've gotten
Mission complete. The
58 done
to the extraction
pretty
point.
easily.
Well done.
Yeah, see? Stuff like that will definitely slow you down. Come on. Yeah, see, with all those mistakes and whatnot with Ember, I still had a minute 9. Pretty sure it's 48 seconds. Because Loki would just take off flying. I had the Boar Prime. It was a short tile set, so I lucked out. Alright, one more and we'll get that emissary out the way. Been contemplating playing a little Wildlands today too. I just hate playing Ghost Wars 4-on-4 PvP. I hate playing that without at least 1 or 2 other people. Mixing it up with randoms in that game just kind of asking for
We're here to find our target and bring them
a little
to
bit
the
of trouble.
extraction point. Happy hunting. You found a target. Capture them quickly before they escape. Excellent work. We'll interrogate the captive back at base. Your part is done here, Tenno.
What if I want a bullet jump? It's more in a step. Yeah, right, so that one's done out of the way.
I make exceptions for the exceptional.
That's easy. I have nothing I would need to farm off the top of my head. Then I would need probably one other person just so I could throw a Slova on to really help it out. 4 Halls of Ascensions on Lua. That's something crazy. That's a sortie.
Let's get back to it.
Let's help Clem. Beta? For what? That new game from Tom Clancy there? New Ghost Recon? What's that called again? Bright something, if I remember right, or... Nas had asked me about it, or mentioned it, I think, in one of his forums there.
So, Tano, you up for it? So, what do you say? Will you help him out? And don't worry, you...
Yeah, it's no, going solo with randoms is definitely asking for it. I'll get paired up with someone that's just like, oh, dude, let me go assault snipe somebody real quick, point blank.
This is it. The merchandise acquisition mission. You and Clem cause a ruckus, while my other operative is young. Let them know you're here.
Shit.
Come. They cut off life support. You want to let them intimidate you like that?
Oh, I'm glad that my Boar Prime packs a wallop, and these are low-level guys.
Hey, dropping another capsule.
Break point, that's it.
Attack us and we will counter.
Hey, don't forget about this capsule, eh?
Hey, don't forget about this capsule, eh? Someone needs to cut back down to only 2 or 3 packs a day. You probably did, Fleming. That's probably where I saw it, and I probably just totally forgot to jump back into it. Why is my operator's health so low? You should be in the thousands. Is he not wearing one of his arcanes?
You should think about finding a capsule.
No, we're good.
Deal time. You interested in some half-price life support? Just kidding. Here comes another.
by the looks of it, Fleming, correct me if I'm wrong, with breakpoint you can actually get injured. Hurt your ankle, twist your ankle. If you get shot in the stomach, you're like clutching yourself, and like that level of realism definitely appeals to me. God, this amp is just clearing everything out. Granted, these are low-level jokes. And it's got a PvP. I'm probably going to end up diving into that, Fleming, I won't lie. Hopefully Tom Clancy, or the people of Tom Clancy, took everything that was wrong with Wildlands and fixed it. Or made the appropriate changes for it. The biggest thing is just getting cheaters out of the way. I remember I chimed in on something Nas said in our first Wave Ops chat on his Discord, where you know, if they want to play, if they want to cheat, let them. Put them in their own server, like Grand Theft Auto has. Yeah, no, I'm definitely missing an arcane.
There is the assassination. You know what to do.
Yeah, he's been assassinated.
Hey, dropping another capsule.
Nope, dead end. But while we're here, nope. Damn. Gatina.
Capsule incoming.
Alright. About 2.5 minutes, a little more, and we're done with this place.
Hey, don't forget about this capsule, eh?
Daniel, what's up, buddy? Catherine, how you been, sweetheart? I know you and I chatted just the other day, but always great having you in here. Yeah, Catherine, I would love to see you play Breakpoint. Catherine, is the Division done downloading yet?
Send some half-price life support. Just kidding. Here comes another. Cancel ready.
I will. Let's do it, Catherine.
That's it.
25 seconds. Come on. Daniel, I've been good, buddy. How you been?
We got what we need. So let's head home.
The path to greatness is walked one step at a time.
Oh, Clem Clone Blueprint. Alright. We can leave the relay altogether. Catherine, I think you would like this Division. With how you play some of the other games, they seem a little grindy, so I think you wouldn't mind doing it. Though I think Wildlands and Breakpoint would be more in your wheelhouse. Because you got to put in a good amount of work and effort, but it's not like super grindy to luck out on
Incentivizing.
hoping that the gods give you a decent roll. I think that's halfway decent for what we need thus far.
Yeah.
Alright, what we got going on? Defense against the infested. Anything good going on? Nah. Well, actually. Alright. Even though we're already warmed up, we're going to do what we normally do for a warm-up with Loki. So let's, first of all, let's get this Boar Prime off. Go back to our random. Nope. Alright, Volt. Appreciate the help and the love there.
Everything in orders, operator? Is that a pun?
Welcome back, Joan. Yeah, fucking Dorian is just, coming through like a son of a bitch, really.
The VIP that were is here. Find them and take them out. This place is crawling with infested. Unfortunately, something far more ominous awaits. Make your way deeper into the base. The creature is incredibly agile for a deformed quadruped. Keep moving to avoid being crushed. Target is an aberration of twisted flesh. Put the thing out of its misery. You've located the VIP. Time to go to work.
And we just went to work. Like a half a day of work, but...
Nice work sucking down the VIP. Now get to extraction.
Wow, where was my second jump?
They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get out of here.
Joan, I haven't played Apex in a long while. I don't even have it on my PlayStation right now. I have to re-download it. What do you need help with in Warframe, buddy? Nope, I gotta refresh my laptop real quick. Did it switch which router it's on? It might have. On my side, my stream just looks like it's reloading. It's still... I mean, give me a heads up if you guys can still hear me. Oh, Daniel, I haven't even gotten to that. It's the same as last time, buddy, where I just honestly haven't even... I mean, I haven't really played much of Warframe. No, 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 no. That's not what I wanted to do. I just haven't been playing. Alright, now it looks like I'm back in. Just curious how the stream looks like to everybody. I no longer have Spectrum Business. I switched over to Verizon Fios. I'm getting about 700 megs up and down. Curious how that's looking for you guys.
Find them and take them out. One of our spy cells has been lost.
I mean, gaming itself has been incredibly smooth. Curious how it looks like for you guys. My laptop, I'm far enough away from the Wi-Fi router in the room that I'm using right now where it's... I can't go based off of what I see because I know I have somewhat of a lousy connection in here. But didn't get the jump in. And Loki's stuck. I would imagine that as long as you guys are in normal, it should look just fine for you guys.
Target acquired. Take them down. Target down. Assassination contract complete. Great work.
Oh, come on, I had that.
Target down. Assassination contract complete.
Fair enough, Catherine. I had a feeling it would look just fine for you guys. I think there won't be too many hiccups just because of how fast the upload is right now. For me, playing wise, like there's like no wait time whatsoever, really, for the most part. I mean, the bar right now on the bottom of the screen is going up at a fast rate, so I'm loading back and forth for my ship and whatnot pretty quick. But yeah, no, I'm more than likely going to be investing in a PlayStation Pro within the next week or so, and I'm going to be getting myself a Elgato capture card and everything, and just go full on, full tilt with the stream.
We need to find the VIP.
Catherine, I thought I had something in for you.
We need to purge this place, as we did in the old days.
This place is crawling, infested.
Or maybe that's just
Something far more ominous awaits.
Nightbot, because Nightbot hasn't really said anything since I've been in here.
Elude bone-chilling shrieks if you wish to stay alive. Listen for its screams. This will mean you are getting close.
Come on.
The creature is incredibly agile for
Oh, I'm ahead of her talking. That's why.
moving to avoid being crushed. Target acquired. Take them down.
I was going so fast, I was ahead of her talking.
Nice work taking down the VIP. Now get to extraction.
He won't come out until she says a certain saying, or a certain line. Didn't hit L1 fast enough.
They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get
Yeah, Nightbot hasn't said anything since I've been in here. I might have to look into that. I don't know if it's because I haven't been in here so long. I know YouTube changes certain things, so I need to see if Nightbot's still a mod able to talk in here. Maybe I just need to log back into it. We'll have to see. But I know for sure Catherine, Fleming, Nas, my usual mods, my usual friends, they all have their sayings and whatnot in their unlock. Alright, what else are we going to dive into here? Yeah, I don't want to do the damn defense. Oh, gotta talk to Samaris. So since we're going to be out there, let's
Operator, you have remembered well.
let's get
how to carry
one of our
on
favorite
this
fashion frames going. Oh, Daniel, I had a feeling you would. I mean, it's not like anyone can get stuff taken away. You can only do better in this game or stay still like I did. The Wu clone. What's up, close talker?
The multitude
multitude of creatures you have immortalized. What a pity this creature will forever be unaware of its contribution to the sanctuary.
I'll have to wait until next time.
Knowledge must be earned, Tenno.
Are you the last one? I have the widgets. Really can't think of anything else I need. Oh, what we got going on over here? Limbo Systems Blueprint. These are all new. Gara Blueprint. Look at that. Chroma Blueprint. Wow. New way to get chroma, huh? And, wow, look at this. What the hell? Jeez, make it a little easier, why don't you? Alright, Captain. Fleming, was this like the last update here?
I will share what I know, but you must prove yourself.
Look at that. You don't even have to do the missions anymore. Is this some mana cord? Yep. Interesting. Garuda Blueprint. Revenant Blueprint. Wow. Oh, it's only after the quest? Alright. Oh, it's just decoration. I was going to say, like, wow, really? So instead of going all the way here, I can just go... that would have been nice. For those of you, while I'm here, for those of you that aren't aware... Oh my god, Samaris, shut up. These 4 items here are widgets. I would strongly recommend getting them. They each do something different. So this one reduces the time required to scan a target with a synthesis. This one basically gives you unlimited charges. You'll never burn out. You can scan things indefinitely. And I use this for even scanning other items too. Like, I don't even use the regular codex scanner anymore. This one, every time you scan, there's a chance for it to count as 2 scans. So if you scan 1 joint on a target, possible to scan 2. If you have to scan resources instead of getting 1, there's a chance of you getting 2. So these 3 are definites. You want to get this one first. You want to get this one second because this is a definite occurrence that will happen. And this one third because, you know, there's a chance for it to happen, but you're still going to want it. This one will show a weakness on a target. I really don't use it all that much for this idea, so... But I got it just to have it. But beyond that, yeah, no, these 3 are crucial. And in this order, 1, 2, and 3. Oh, Jesus, dude. Why is the screen shaking? Oh, it's because I was in the doorway and I jumped right into it. Gotcha, Fleming. Anything else needs to really be done? A Lith survival against the Corpus. What am I looking like as far as refinement goes? Halfway it topped off. What'd you need, neuroptics? Oh, I got 87 freaking relics worth of chroma neuroptics. Yeah, I think in my off time I might grind out a little bit for you later on and grab see if I can get neuroptics to drop for you, buddy. Cause I just got relics just sitting there doing nothing. Anything else change? Curious if anything else changed with the orbiter. Still same general setup. That's all still there, acting about. New music starts when you're in there. I like that. They changed the pedestal. Now it imprints the red and the black. I like that. You have the Zenny Star. You should have... Huh, the Skajati. Animals are still in place. Something else changed. T-set. Markers. Noggles. What's up, Duke? I do like that new skin, the Prime setup for him. It's almost too bright. Like, look how hyper white that is. Like, I'm looking at it on the stream, and it looks good for you guys, but... Well, maybe it's still a little bright for you guys as well, but... Man, that's bright. Let's check out the store. Anything fun lying around in here?
Foundry items ready to claim, operator.
Oh shit, this is a sniper rifle. That's some low crit chance. A status sniper rifle? Forget it. That ain't worth it. Let me guess. Same thing with the Wukong drop. Status base. Status base. Which means the new melee that came out. Oh, you're not here. There's a new whip that came out. Or at least I thought there was a new whip. Oh, wait a second. Is that just a skin? Yep. Okay. It's just a skin, not a new weapon itself. Arcwing hasn't changed nothing. I mean, I have the skin. I just didn't realize this came with a signed dono. Oh yeah, the new Loki skin. Haven't got a chance to look at that really. Or Loki, Limbo. Man, it doesn't even look like Limbo. And with the fact that he looks like he has like tarot cards with him, almost look like it should be Baruch. Oh, and they did. I don't understand why they do that with the legs, man. Make these skinny little like toothpicks that you're standing on. I don't get that. And the only deluxe skin that, in my opinion, should have been what the Prime looks like. This is what Rhino Prime should have looked like. Technically, there's two of them. And I own them. I mean, like, it's just... These are two of, like, the most badass skins ever. And Jesus, man, they should have made these freaking... the Prime skins. I'm sorry, but this should have been Rhino's Prime skin. Yeah, so I figured I'd go gold, make everything look like its muscles coming out, like it's like his muscles are exposed. But this is probably my favorite setup for it. Black and like a titanium kind of a look. But this is what Rhino Prime should have looked like. Because regular Rhino Prime, it just looks horrible compared to this. And then aside from that,
Say, operator, your chosen Warframe suits you. Ha ha.
this should have been Frost Prime's actual look. Just this like metallic beast of like a minotaur. Like, I feel like the primes should be almost I don't want to say drastic, but far more aggressive looking version of the base form. And I understand they want to make it so it's still recognizable and whatnot, but just like anything else, people know that when they see this is Frost with the Harkus skin on it. I mean, people learn it the same way as anything else. To me, this is just how it's got to be. Catherine, that's awesome. Congratulations. Anybody that's watching that isn't already subscribed to Catherine, go over to Catherine's channel and jump in there and whatnot. She plays a lot of fun games. Catherine, how's your speed run in Tomb Raider looking? Are you in the top 3 yet? I told you not to stop till you hit top 3 in the world. You're the best around. Oh, I was already in the random. Really don't like how that got everything switched up. Equinox Prime, actually, you know what? It's almost drastic enough different from Equinox where it's the first real decent looking Prime. Equinox Night, Equinox Day. Still 11th. Gotta work on it. You know what, Duke? How are you looking, by the way? I know I pitched you earlier, but I'm just... Give you some lovin's. Yeah, Catherine, Equinox is great. And, Catherine, just so you know, just because you were the one that wanted it and suggested it, I still have Hildren in the colors that you so chose. And I have an immortal build for her, so she never dies. Yeah, Equinox was a pain in the ass to grind, that's for sure. Let's see. No one's really in on the clans. I really don't have anything to trade for. Although I should get my arcanes for Mesa going to make her a little faster. I should do the same thing for Naros. Have his vitality regeneration a little higher. Oh, alright. We're going to end things off with getting our weekly Iatan hunt on. Which means Titania is going to be coming out. I may toss the stream back on, get some Wildlands in, but only if Fleming jumps in with me for a little murder. Otherwise, forget it. Alright, so let's get our Death Pixie on.
If you're looking for do I have any lead? I knew it. Okay, let's do this.
Fleming. Fleming, did you ever finish the campaign for Wildlands?
Okay, you know the drill. Get in. Get the Iatan treasure. Don't get killed. Simple, right?
Alright, Fleming, tell you what, man. I'm gonna send you a party invite once I end the stream, buddy.
It said this tower was known for its beautiful Iatan treasures. Unfortunately for you, it was also known for its deadly security apparatus. Well, this should be fun. Maybe you should stretch first. You know, limber up. My, oh my, I think you found
Oh, come on, Titania. So much zip to her. Oh, and we got Ravage. For those of you that aren't aware, that's crit damage for your shotguns. So we'll throw some stars in this Ayer statue. Fleming Man, start fire up Wildlands. Oh, John, it's a crucial mod. I use it in my Archiplasmor. Here, let me take Titania off real quick. So I do have an elemental build for my Archiplasmor where it's pure status build. 99.9% status, radiation, gas, and magnetic. Like we're we're fucking something up when we hit it. On top of that, I do have a crit build. Now I can rotate which 60/60 mods I have in there, but instead of Ravage, I actually have primed Ravage in there. But I mean, for as hard as this thing hits already, to have that extra crit damage and crit chance in there, absolutely huge. Alright, now before I forget, switch you back to the Ignis.
I understand if you have to sell mods.
Alright.
Maybe Otis will meet a similar fate.
Alright, everybody. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Again, as the title will say, Viper is back. I will be streaming regularly again. I'm thinking it's probably going to end up being more mornings than anything else. That way it leaves the rest of my day freed up so I can have a little bit of fun and whatnot. What the hell is all of that? John, what is all of what, buddy? Narrow that down for me. Yes, Catherine. Catherine, if you had Wildlands, you could be playing. Catherine, you should download Wildlands right now. The Iotans. So, John, when you collect the stars and whatnot, there's the amber ones and the cyan stars. So those stars go into these sculptures. Now, granted, these specific sculptures that are here on the top, these first ones, you only get these from completing the sorties. It's the only way to get these. Otherwise, all these other sculptures, you can find these randomly. Like, there's a chance for you to find them randomly on any map. They're hidden. You have to pay attention to the breakables on your mini-map. And basically, you can trade them in for endo. Now, the more stars you put in them, or if you fill them, this one has 3, you have an amber 1 and 2 cyan, it'll increase the value of the sculpture. And you can sell them to Maru for endo. It's a fast way to get endo. For the longest time, it was the only way to really get serious endo, but now there's arbitrations where you can really bank in the... Oh, why do I have so many? Well, let's see, I got 78,000 endo right now, and I mean, like, I really don't have anything to put endo in at this point. I mean... all my ribbons have one in there. I do have a kick gun ribbon that needs to be unveiled. And a melee one as well. Otherwise, everything else I kind of use, although I really don't want the Strun one. Past that, I mean, like, sure, I could pour them into my Prime mods that don't have any. I really don't use Primed Fury. I really don't use Primed Charge Shell right now. Primed Pack Leader. Other than that, all my primed mods are maxed out. So, I mean, like, I could sell them. But, I mean, you know, as stuff comes along, I sell what I need and just go from there. But the other great thing is, if you go to duplicates, like, let me see. I would dare say if I go to the end here. Yeah, I got, 70 warriors. Vitality and vital sense you can get plenty of. I mean, like, I just purged a lot, like, basically all of my duplicates before I took the break. But I mean, like, True Steel and, like, Punishment and Trick Mag. Like, I would have, like, 600 or 700 of them. And you can select all your duplicates and whatnot. I always tell everybody, select them all. I always do this, like, terminal velocity. Select them all, and then leave yourself 5. Because you never know when you want to sell one, somebody asks for one, get a little bit of platinum for it. You won't get a lot, but, a little bit of platinum here, a little bit of platinum there, or just helping out a friend. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, most of the endo I've gotten has been from just grinding out, like, endgame missions, just going through a survival, rocking it out for like 4 or 5 hours, and then you just have a shit ton of mods just lying around, dude. Sell them for endo. As far as the sculptures go, I've sold plenty of them, but I mean, like, I'm at the point now where it's just like, I don't know, I don't have a need to sell them, so I've just been collecting them and slapping in stars as they come along. I mean, I might sell them if I ever need platinum, but I got just over 6,000 plat, so it's just like, I don't even need to do that. Like, right now, there'll come a point for everyone where you're just going to be comfortable. And you just do stuff as you need it, as opposed to constantly trying to save up and build up to it because you know you're going to be needing it real soon or need it immediately. But, alright everybody, it is that time. Got ourselves just a quick little stream in here to let you guys know that I am going to be back. I am going to be streaming. Yes, Catherine, mornings is what it'll probably end up being. It'll be one of two things. It's either going to be mornings during the weekdays, or it might be late nights on the weekends. I'm hoping to turn Friday. I've talked to, just this past Friday, or the Friday prior. I got some Wildlands in with Craig Beans and Rook. I'm hoping that we can start doing every Friday night playing some Wildlands, and I would stream that every week because it's a lot of fun, especially when we all have a few drinks in us and whatnot. The color commentary definitely slaps on pretty good. And then probably during the mornings and whatnot, maybe sometime in the afternoons, getting some Warframe in. Can I give you some? Yeah, sure, just throw them aside. Nah, man, they're going to be saved up for a rainy day. New stuff's always coming out for the game, so that's why it's just like, yeah, I know they're going to be used sooner or later. Warframe's always going to be coming out with new stuff. We just got a new primed mod now, Animal Instinct. So I'm almost guaranteeing there's going to be a lot more coming out soon. Something tells me with Railjack and whatnot, there's going to be a new platform for mods coming out that they really haven't told us much about. If anything, probably a new platform of mods coming out for your Arcwing. More, because I mean, there's not a lot for it. So I mean, like, something tells me the Arcwing is going to start being a more commonly used accessory in the game. And we'll just leave it at that. So as always, I appreciate everyone stopping by, taking a little bit of time. If you had fun, and I hope you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you're new to the stream, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, show a little bit of love. I will toss in, since Nightbot is not currently up and running, this is a link to my Discord. It's called the Snake Pit for obvious reasons. I want to make sure everyone's in there. Jump in there. You will catch a lot of everyday news updates for a lot of more popular games and whatnot. I do have a special section just for Warframe. I do have a lot of my builds for Warframes and weapons, the ones that I've put time and effort into. More than welcome to check that out. Apply it yourself. Share some of your own that you have found that has worked for you. I'm always up for new builds myself, new concepts and ideas, so don't be shy about it, everybody. Until next time, this is Viper saying, keep all the murder in the game and keep love in real life. Until next time, Viper out.